Smith, did you make the grade? Branand snickered as usual. Smith looked at Branand in motionless state, then passed by. Smith knew that something was behind the saying, or Branand would not be so smitten, snorkeling like a pig every time they met in the hallway. Smith bent low for drink 086 and cooled his palate within the hum of the compressor and filtration system. Smith bent slight for drink 087 and cooled his palate further as the compressor and filtration system continued to hum a whirl grind. Did you make the grade? What a puzzling piece of rhetoric to perchance from a man like Branand. The oral cavity now full, Smith ingested the H2O. While Smith strode 27 1/2 paces before bearing left 2 paces, and then another 12 paces before reclining on the AE123AWE. He realized that at some stride between EEL and 1315 and EEL 1316, the Harbingen encephalon memo popped forth, shortened lunch by 25 for the minutes for the teleconference call. Smith felt as perfected as possible. After all, his drive-by blue suit with an alabaster two-frond tie was the normal fare for the administrative center. Though lunch was overrated, 5 minutes was rather terse to fill his pie hole. Smith did his utmost. The teleconference began with the following invocation spoken by all participants. Our benevolent cash cow that slops our trough full, let us dutify in the honor of the revolutionary Grode, activist par excellence, eliminator of greed, pilferer of sloth, ragamuffin of thought. The command commenced, here now, within. Grode spoke. Grode, all participants responded. Smith, have you made the grade? Branand addressed the teleconference. Yes, Smith, have you made the grade? All participants responded, except, of course, Smith. Smith saw his face on the left-hand screen as Grode was always on the right. What emotionlessness he had vetted away. The S/N 150100037409 has not computed the number crunch while, Branand sniggered. Yes, Smith, we understand the problem well, but have you made the grade? I was getting to the fellows P70CM's workload and the comprehensive debate on the overloads on Level 2. Level 2 has been encumbered with stealth and shall no longer be referred to, Grode spoke. But that locus, there are no plagues anymore, Grode spoke. I have eradicated them. Here and now within. The invocation shall cease with the rhetorical phrase, population's predilections to the delineate of plagues. Most excellent Grode, Branand sniggered once again. Enough Maximus smooch, Grode spoke. Doesn't the phrase predilection to delineate only mean that the people like your information on plagues and not that Grode eliminated plagues? Here now within, stricken Smith's last record from the HP/DreamWorks LLC Halo collaboration studio with multi-track HVN, Grode spoke. Done. A mechanical timbre intoned. Here now within, the invocation shall cease with rhetorical phrase, population's predilections to delineate for elimination of plagues, Grode spoke. Still, Smith felt incorrectness. Back to the business at hand, Branand sniggered. Smith, have you made the grade? Ah, yes, here are my notes. Upon entering stair B, level 3 roof access, upon recognition of the yellow canvas-covered evac chair, and after negotiating the direction of EEL 1317, it's 12 steps in a downward direction to the mid-landing before protracting 180 degrees bearing left to... Smith noticed on the right-hand screen that the twitch on Grode's left cheek at the mention of left, which left Smith's emotionlessness to erode. To continue down 12 steps to the landing of stair B, level 2 roof access, Smith stared into the lens and stated, what type of bolts would be used on that landing door? Branand's clean desk projected on the left screen. A Mortison security door bolt CPP-LK5. Device for closure is clearly the right method to start with. ending with Frylock taped Nomex, Mylar 3mm, 1.85 inch wide, white fabric, TAP T907-3-1 at $65 a roll as an overlapping sealant. Finally, 10-inch by 12-inch area on the 1/6 thick ply tough material safety stencil located upon and juxtaposition as well for the Krylon interior exterior ultra flat black 01405-2086 11 ounces for 5 seconds each, making the HVLP spray gun unneeded. A total expenditure of contractual hours in the normal situation should be 35 minutes. However, under the circumstance of the demise of Wendell chose to leave upon his own volition, Grode spoke. Here now within, strict last record statement starting with however, from the HP-DreamWorks LLC, Halo collaboration studio with multi-track HVEN, Grode spoke. Done. With the workload impairment, Smith could finish preparing the landing door of stair B, level 2, roof access in 4 contracted hours. That is not acceptable, Grode spoke. You cannot expect a mortise security door bolt CPP-LK5 device for closure to be readily installed with a lack of necessary tools on hand. Smith's face flashed into the left screen. All participants understand the situation. Of course, that depends on whether or not Smith made the grade. Smith, the lack of finishing the job in 35 minutes is abominable, Grode spoke. The code ceased. Here now within, Grode spoke. Half the screen was blank, while Grode's Photoshop CS6 extended BMP portrait hung on the right side. Smith began to keyboard an encephalo memo at a rapid rate, clacking the keys with powerful fingers. To purchasing department / subject, supplies and tools. The future encephalo memo stated, the following items are needed to conduct our order of business within the Nix Grode. Evans International non-toxic stainless hydroscopic tacky finger, 4 dozen. DeWalt percussion drill, 230 volts, 600 watts, 2. DeWalt worksite set, 90 pieces, 2. Extron system, 5IP, 20. Furman power conditioner, model merit series MB, 15. Penix 3 Lite XZ, Xeon Light, 30. Sharp PN-655, RU, 65 inches, high resolution LCD monitor, 2. Sharp GXG PH70X with AN-PH37EZ lens, dual lens 5200 ANSI lumens, 12,000:1 constant ratio, DDR DLP technology with sealed optics, 2. ATX XM8 lightweight assault rifles, 5,000. 2 moments after the entry key was punched, Smith was summoned by Grode. Smith was neither non-plus nor non-minus. His paces were calculated to be quick, however not too quick to be seen as lacking control of his movements, as each stride proved to be 2.6 feet long with a minimum of arm swing. Was it the ATMs or the Xeon Light? Surely it could not be DeWalt's, since they would accomplish the 11-2 landing door bolt job. A perfectly executed left turn at 0 degrees of resistance almost threw Smith into the NGC high flex. Too fast. Smith began to lumber and writhe himself, being sure to pace straight below EEL 1325, being sure to displace any who dared to move through level 3 of the administrative center. The Sanrio Actoid DER2 called Puce administered Smith into the office of Grode. You're late. It was thought to be Puce's only greeting program by Grode. Grode has expected you sooner. Puce tried at a jagged smile. Puce's second statement alarmed Smith, jarred Smith. He bolted straighter than before. Has he modified Puce? To what would he need Puce to act this way? She wasn't shifting to AI. The light was bright on the front of Grode's handcrafted redwood burl desk brought by petty cash upon the revolution.